If 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep, 'cause they'd fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be explaining to you how to book hotels in Goa for very cheap. So over the last few weeks I've got lots of comments from many of you guys asking me how to book hotels in Goa for cheap. If you're new to my channel, I'm a local Goan and I give you some of the best advice here in Goa, where to go, what places to do, and what places to check out, restaurants, everything. So please do subscribe. Okay guys, so I'm going to be telling you hotels according to your budget, and I'm also going to be teaching you about the areas you should stay in according to your category. So what happens is there are different areas which are suitable for single people, there are areas better for couples, there are areas better for, you know, if you want to party. So we're going to learn all of these things in this video. So let us start. Now this video is about North Goa. I'll be doing a separate video on South Goa and explaining to you about South Goa as well. So first of all, let us get into North Goa. So the starting of North Goa for beaches is starting from Sinkerim. Okay, so we are going to talk from Sinkerim. So Sinkerim, if you've been to Goa already, you must be knowing the Aguada Fort. So Aguada Fort is where Sinkerim is. So from Sinkerim to Baga is one straight line. In this whole line there are many other areas. So it's Sinkerim, then comes Kandolim, after the Kandolim comes Calangute, after Calangute comes Baga. So this is all in one line. Okay, so now let us talk about single people. Now most of you only know Calangute and Baga, and you know that's the main area. Okay, so let's talk about Calangute. Now if you're going to book a hotel in Calangute, this is mostly for people, single people. Unless you're going to be staying in a 4-star, 5-star hotel, then you would stay in as a couple in Calangute. But it's mostly best for single guys, you know, a group of guys who are coming in, because it's very close to all the parties and everything, and it's more for, you know, where you want to drink, you want to go to pubs. So Calangute is the main area where all the pubs and clubs are. So next area we've got is Baga. Now Baga is where the main clubs all are in Baga. Now Baga is good for couples as well as single people, because what happens is there are many upper market hotels. So now Baga, see, Calangute is one of the cheapest areas to stay in. Okay, and don't worry, I'll be even telling you cheaper areas, especially if you're coming in season time. Calangute and Baga are very expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about other areas which are very close to this but are much cheaper. So okay, let's get to Baga. So in Baga you can have these upmarket hotels and single people, couples, you know, group of friends. That's a great area to stay. Okay, then you have Kandolim. Now Kandolim is more chilled out place. This is where you know, most of the families go. That's a more family beach where a lot of families go. You have to remember all these places have you know, water sports and everything is available on all of these beaches. So in this video, besides the hotel, you have to understand which area you're going to be choosing, because you should know accordingly which area to book. Okay, so Kandolim, Sinkerim is more for families, because it is more family oriented. There's less crowds. It's very nice to go to these places, and it's more beautiful also. Now things to know in Calangute and Baga, these are mostly where only Indian tourists go. Okay, you will hardly see foreigners. In the before lockdown there were a lot of foreigners here, but there are hardly any foreigners that come to Calangute or Baga. So this is mostly Indian tourists from Karnataka and Maharashtra, and of course you'll have people from different areas. Now these are where the cheap hotels are. Now if you have other areas. Now we want to know which are other areas which are much cheaper than Calangute and Baga in season time. So the areas which are much more cheaper than Calangute and Baga are Saligaon, you'll get Asagaon, you'll have another area called Nerul. These are places. I will put all the links in the description below, so you do not worry, and I will also put them on the screen here so you will know the areas to pick. So Nerul is a place which is about 20 minutes from Kandolim, okay, and it's just one road, and it's about 20 minutes. But the thing in Nerul is that hotels are much cheaper than they are in Calangute or Baga. You'll get hotels in Saligaon as well, which is again a 20 minutes ride or drive, and again it's much cheaper, more peaceful. Of course there are less hotels and everything, but these are much more safer areas, in the sense there is not much people. This is where you will actually meet locals, and you can actually become friends with locals, and get along and learn a little bit about the Goan culture. Of course, you can also stay in Panjim, which is the capital city, and this is the best place. Of course, if you've seen some of my videos, you will see the local bars there. You can meet local Goans, and you can really get to know people. Okay, now let's talk about foreigner beaches. This is where most of the foreigners hang out. So we have Vagator, which is one of the top areas where foreigners hang out. Why foreigners? If you're a foreigner, then this is something you can check out. If you're from India and you want to hang out with some foreigners, then Vagator. Anjuna, of course, please do not bother foreigners by asking them for pictures, and everybody is here on a holiday, they want to have a good time, so don't bother people. If you want to be friends, go around, ask them hello, become friends, and if they're happy to click a picture with you, then go ahead, of course. So Vagator, Anjuna, and you have another place in that line which is Little Vagator. Now Little Vagator is also known as Ozran Beach, which is where many nice hotels are. I will also put all the hotels in this area in the description below. Ozran Beach is a very beautiful place, one of my favorite. If you've seen my secret spot video, that is one of my favorite places to go to. It's amazing, it's so beautiful there. Okay, and then you have other places like Vagator, which is where if you want, there are quite a lot of parties that go on in Vagator, so you can go to Vagator. And again, this area is around 20 minutes from Calangute and Baga, so it is not a real big difficulty. Okay, the next area is Anjuna. Anjuna is where you have all the hippie shacks. If you're more into rave music, or you want techno music, then these are the areas you should stay. That's more interesting. Of course, this area, Vagator, Anjuna, and Little Vagator, Ozran, are where foreigners hang out. Then you can go further on. If you want to stay for even more cheaper areas, is Siolim. Siolim is a little further out, but that is an area which is much cheaper, which is called Siolim. Okay. After Siolim comes Morjim, Ashwam, Mandrem, and then you have Arambol. These are also all foreigner beaches. That is mostly known as the Russian belt. That's where all the Russians come. And of course, there are very few Russians now, but of course, there are a lot of foreigners still here in Goa after lockdown. But that's the Russian belt. You'll see, all boards and everything written in Russian, because that's where most of the Russian tourists come to, and you'll see mostly foreigners in this area. So this is Mandrem, Ashram, Morjem, and Arambol. Now our Arambol is one of my favorite places because it's very beautiful. The culture in Arambol is completely different. You will have very cool things over there. They'll have people dancing on the beaches, you have yoga, you have different things, so you will really understand beautiful things about which you've never seen before. You will see people that you have never seen before, and it's very unique. It's a very beautiful place. So I always recommend people go to Arambol and understand, because you'll see a culture which you have never seen before. Okay, so now you have understood all these different areas which you can stay in the north. But now let's get into prices, how to get into this. So now if you're going to stay in Calangute, it's around 1,500 to about 5,000, and of course you can go much higher in season time. Baga is of course a little more expensive than Calangute, which will be around 2,500 to 5,000 range and above. If you Calangute has cheaper hotels, but you can check accordingly. Don't worry, I will put all the areas in the description below, and you will get to know all the prices, and accordingly you can choose the area that you want to go to. So first of all, you have like Oyo Hotels, which is very cheap. Okay, if you've heard of Oyo Hotels before, you maybe have stayed with Oyo Hotels before. So those are, I will show them over here. So Oyo Hotels is a good option because they are very cheap. Then you have, of course, other hotels websites like Makemytrip. See, what happens is, do not go to just one website. Okay, go to different websites and check out the prices. I will put all the websites below, and of course you can check out the prices. I do not force anybody to go to any particular website and check, because there are different rates on different days. Different websites give you different offers. Okay, so you have understood the areas now, so you can go to these different websites and check out the prices. Okay, so these are the areas you should check out, and you will understand why you should book these areas now because of this video. And now here Oyo, there is bookings.com, there is hotels, there is hotels.com, there is Makemytrip, there is Goibibo. There are different websites. I will put them all below, and you can choose accordingly the area that you want to stay in. So of course guys, so you have understood the areas, so you can pick accordingly to these areas. And of course I've already put the price in the bottom section below. So if you have any more questions, I will not comment back. I will do another video following up with whatever questions you guys ask me, so you will know. Okay guys, so do check out all the links below, and you will know the best areas to stay. And of course check out all the different areas, and check out, if you like a particular hotel, check out that hotel on different websites and see which one is the best for you. So anyway guys, that is how you book hotels in Goa, and the areas you should pick when you're staying in North Goa according to what category you fall under. One last thing I missed out on is that Anjuna is Vagator, Anjuna and Ozran. These are very good for hostels. If you want to stay in a hostel, then definitely this is the best area, because you'll make a lot of friends from different cities in India. Not only that, is you will make a lot of friends from different countries as well. So these are the places that you should book hostels in. So let's get on to you checking out the websites guys. So definitely check out below, and please do subscribe if you're new to my channel, and do check out my other videos on Goa guys. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe.